Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Hakimi, and here's Mohamed Salah, and Burmo, and it's Barella. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Great defending, strong and determined. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Mohamed Salah. That's very neat. Chouameni. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Hakimi.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Chance for a shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Mohamed Salah probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Eze. Well, that looks a decent ball. Chance! He's delivered all right!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Vietnam have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Hakimi got a long way forward to join the attack. And here's Haaland. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Mohamed Salah. Saliba. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. And here's Mbappe. Spread to the right. Ah, such a clever touch. And it's Chouameni. And this is Mohamed Salah. Forced to go back. Quality ball. And the counter is on. Van de Ven cuts it out. Chouameni. Van Dijk.
Burmo. Chouameni. Oh, there's a probing ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Salah. Vietnam looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Hakimi. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Barella. Van de Ven. Foot in.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Out towards the flank. That is good alertness. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick
Vietnam
reminder
go
to let
in
you know
at
that you'll be
half-time
able to
with
catch
a
today's
1-0
match
lead.
broadcast live on our
I thought that was a
FM
decent
station.
45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Vietnam have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11, Mohamed Salah. Coming
So,
on the
into the
field
second
is
half.
Number 21.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barella gets across and deals with it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Doku.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Here's Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Haaland receives it in a good... Haaland! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Haaland being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Doku. And it's Barella. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Barella really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Mbeumo. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That's a good ball out wide. Hakimi. Now it's Mbappe. Bruno Guimaraes. He's on it. Can he get away? Can he finish? Off the post. Eze out of this world. About as smooth as it gets. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
A case now of complete control. It's a throw-in. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a ticket.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Oh, nice touch. Hakimi drives forward on the overlap. Cross flung in towards the middle. Gabriel can get it clear. That pass has been well intercepted. Barella. Tries to play it through. Oh, sweet feet. That's a good foray he's making. Lovely bit of skill. Hakimi just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Barella. Knocks it into space. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Mbappe! Now this could be a chance. Plays it in low. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Saliba spots it and intercepts. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Eze. Now it's Mbappe. Mbomo concedes a free kick for that. Van der Ven. Eze. Big chance! And they can counter here. And it's Hakimi. Watkins.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hakimi. Now, can they get him away? He's onside! And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So we have the first goal. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's hit the post! And that was struck with genuine force.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Eze.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Mbappe. Hakimi. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hakimi.
Oh, really well played.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. And Mbeumo. And it's Hakimi. Turns back here, probably the best option. Van Dijk. That is good progress on the left. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Vietnam go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Watkins. Hakimi. Great vision.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that is expertly dealt with. Vietnam still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Watkins looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Hakimi. And it's Barella. Schlotterbeck. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Traoré. Now Schlotterbeck. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the man...
It's Dembele! That's a sharp pass. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hakimi ventures forward. Mohamed Salah is in a really good position out wide. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're back on the ball again. Mbappe. So what can they make of this? Well timed, excellent interception. More and more pressure on the ball here. That's really well cleared. And here's Watkins. And it's James. He's a sharp little ball here. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 23, Barella. Number 9, Mbappe. Number 22, Dembele. Number 19,
Alexander-Arnold.
Mbengue. Number 11, Mohamed
João
Salah.
Neves.
Coming on the field, number
And he's forced to go back.
Joe Neves.
Saliba.
Number 30.
Great
number
defending,
14,
strong and determined.
Alexander-Arnold. Number 7.
They may end up with some regret with this
Number
tactic,
21,
but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Substitutions taking place.
Chance here to counter. And it's Gusto.
Oh, great feat that.
Looking for the run. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Vietnam very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Ferran Torres.
Vietnam really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here.
Ferran Torres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Courtois claims comfortably. The whistle's gone and the game is over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think we'll see a lot of this guy, Eze. If he plays on the left, he loves to cut in on his stronger foot. But unlike a lot of wingers, he's happy to drop that bit deeper and dictate the play from central midfield too. I think it makes him a much better all-round player.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. But he's forced to go back. Tchouaméni. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Oh, that is a nice touch. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Gabriel.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
He's in a great position here.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Can he latch on to this? It's a promising position. Barella. Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. And Mbeumo. Barella. And Mbeumo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van de Ven. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk. Mbeumo. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Salah. Now, can they get him away? Here comes the cross.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Hakimi has it in a wide position. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Dembele. Now Van de Ven. Saliba. Played over towards the opposite flank. Mbeumo. And it's Barella. Mbappe did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Mbeumo calmly anticipates. Hakimi. Hakimi carries the ball down the right. Van de Ven does well to get it back. And it's Barella. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, it's come to nothing. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling.
Vietnam really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Van Dijk. Hakimi. Now Van de Ven. Looking to play him in. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is good progress on the left. Looking for options for movement. He is just caressing the ball. That's really good defending. Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Haaland, he is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Haaland. Van Dijk. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. 60 minutes played.
Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Barella tries to pass it through. Cherki. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch.
He's had a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Van Dijk. Vietnam have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Oh, no joy this time.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Cherki threads one in, thinks about the shot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gabriel into the last quarter of an hour. And here's Haaland. That's good running with the ball. That has been cut short. And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Mbappe. He's on it, can he get away? Haaland! And the ball's come loose here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Played back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Good ball, good take. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Dembele, now this could be a chance. Van Dijk gets a foot in here.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, such a clever touch. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Number 19, Mbumo.
That's good play.
11,
Bruno
Mohamed
Guimaraes
Salah.
is onto this.
Number 2,
Goes for a shot!
Hakimi. Number
Frustratingly
23,
close.
Barella. Coming on the field, number 6, Lukaku. Number 30, number 29, Kai Havertz. Number 21, Kvaratskhelia. Number 14, Alexander Arnold. Number 7, Eze. Substitution.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, can he get onto this? They get a throw in.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've
Please be
seen.
made aware
The game's been
smoking is
vibrant.
only
I think the
permitted
atmosphere
in
has remained
designated
buoyant,
areas
and we
within
just
these
need the
grounds.
scoreline to step into line.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes. Another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference. "90 minutes gone and nothing between them still." Van Dijk. Chouameni. Van Dijk. And it's Chouameni. To Havertz. Eze. Now Van de Ven. Looking for the run. Now it's Lukaku. That's very neat. And it's Chouameni. Van Dijk. And Kvaratskhelia. Nice bit of trickery. And it's Alexander Arnold. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Kvaratskhelia.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Alexander Arnold. Played back into the centre. Havertz. And it's Chouameni. That's a throw.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary...
And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And now the breakaway. Burmo. Hakimi has the space to scheme. That has been knocked clear. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And Burmo. Oh, good spread. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Dembele, and it's Tchouaméni. Van de Ven looks to the other side.
And it's Hakimi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Vietnam are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Barella. He shifted it to the flank. Barella. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! And Burmo. Now it's Mbappe. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Barella showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Burmo. He's a sharp little ball here. He is through here. And that's been drilled in. Courtois claims it. Safe hands. Oh, they can break here. It's a good run down the right. Barella does really well there. He is strong. Oh no, what has happened here? Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Szoboszlai, this is a promising build-up. That is ended up in no man's land. Burmo. Szoboszlai with the foul. And here's Mohamed Salah. He's being urged to shoot. Goes for a shot!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Forced to go back. And it's Van Dijk. Van de Ven.
Vietnam truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Olise. Barella. Mohamed Salah, who does have an assist to his name. Hakimi. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van de Ven. To Barella. Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There will be
Tchouaméni.
1 minute added time.
Ambitious ball here. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Nice control. Mohamed Salah stood his ground strongly. It's a good start. Great chance! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Vietnam come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substitutions taking place.
So right back into the action.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And this is Embolo. Vietnam do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Hakimi. He's in plenty of space here. He is just caressing the ball. Cross flung in towards the middle. Gabriel gets it away. Szoboszlai. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's got away. Shapes to shoot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion...
Mbappe! Great effort, but no way through. And they can counter here. Van de Ven. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. There's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Well, the two coaches 11, are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 19, Mbeumo. Coming on the field.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Number 7, Eze. Substitution.
Saliba. Vietnam do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Hakimi. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Mbappe. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, sweet feet. Has not gone well. Saliba. And it's Guimaraes. Yildiz. And it's Embolo. He is starved of space and time. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester
Number
United
23,
have opted to make another change here.
Number 22, Dembele. Number 2, Hakimi. Number 9, Mbappe. Coming on the
Traoré.
field, number 5,
That's
Modric.
Yildiz.
Number 4,
That's good play.
Schlotterbeck.
Delivered. Can he
Number
finish?
14,
It's fallen kindly here. It's in. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
Van der Ven receives it in a wide position.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Van Dijk. Now Saliba. Knocks it into space. Kvaratskhelia gets into a good position. That's very neat. Kvaratskhelia. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Modric with the short one. Oh, that's neat. Has a look up. Oh, good climb! Harmlessly behind. Chouameni.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And this is Embolo. It's Embolo! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. He has given that the lot. Bang!
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. All hands on deck for this one. Cleared away. And it's Tchouaméni. And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. And Bolo claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument.
Outside this stadium.
So a game of thrills and tiny margins. So many what-ifs and what might have been. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Everybody, and
Gorgeous,
welcome to
gorgeous
today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
He's on it, can he get away? Very nicely done. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, well played, well played. Played out towards the right wing, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. He's in it. Olise! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Getting up there! He's delivered all right!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Passing is crisp and sharp. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Barella. Turns back here, probably the best option. Burmo. Van Dijk. Here's Tchouaméni. Burmo. Nicely weighted ball. Showing great feet there. Manchester United have reclaimed it. And it's Barella. Van de Ven. It's Van Dijk. Well, that has not gone well. Well, that's a good run down the left. Now it's Mbappe. And he's intervened well there. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Saliba. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Saliba is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Burmo. Tchouaméni. Burmo. Oh, such a clever touch. And he was alert to it. Olise, who does have an assist to his name. He's through here. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, what has happened here?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Van Dijk. Hakimi. Tchouaméni. Barella. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Eze. Well, that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. So no flag here. Serves up across. And that's the keeper's ball.
Vietnam really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Nicked it back promptly. Looking for the run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Great defending, strong and determined. He's beaten the last man. Can he finish? Oh, it's a beauty. He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable. And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Just
Well,
a quick
both
reminder
half-time
today,
team
please
talks will
refrain
undergo
from
change
parking
now.
outside
One will
this
be solid,
stadium.
the other
Thank you
needs to
very
be
much for your
pretty
cooperation.
inspiring.
Vietnam looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it. That's a foul, no two ways about it. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Mbappe. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Van Dijk has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes. Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Van de Ven. And it's Eze. And it's Tchouaméni.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's shifting through the gears here. Van Dijk with the clearance. Can he get it through? Mohamed Salah has the space to scheme. Has to go back here. He's played it back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
Dembele, steaming on goalwards, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Haaland needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11.
Marquinhos.
Mohamed Salah.
Out again for a throw-in.
Mbeumo. Number 23. Barella.
Vietnam
Number
perhaps
37,
contemplating their next change
Van de
here.
Ven. Coming on the field.
Yildiz
Number
going
30,
face to face with his great
number
rival.
6, Lukaku. Number 7.
And the keeper couldn't hold it. Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Tchouaméni looking tidy in possession here. Now it's Ferran Torres. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Eze, Manchester United are looking to break at pace. And here's Lukaku. That's a lovely, neat pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Manchester United truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
And the counter is on. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tchouaméni. Bruno Guimaraes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vietnam are coasting towards victory. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Lukaku. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Hakimi picks it up now. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He has found the way through. And no, that was never going to make it. That has been slung wide. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Can he latch on to this?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Harmlessly behind. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our charity fund, Chance in Football.